Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. We'll watch the Chicago Bulls in this one as they go up against the Detroit Pistons here at Little Caesars Arena. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. DA, take it away.
Well, guys, for all of the star power Blake Griffin had when he was in Los Angeles, it was tough for him to be the leader of the Clippers. There were bigger voices in the locker room, such as CP3 and Doc Rivers. But Pistons coach Dwayne Casey said, in Detroit, he's definitely the leader. When he speaks, everybody listens. This is his team. Kevin?
Yeah, and he has their confidence. David, thank you. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for LaVine.
And he's got it going at the foul line these days. His free throw percentage looks a lot different in the last 10 games than it did earlier in the season. He's tinkered with a few things and really improved his form.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and LaVine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the center position. And for Detroit, we've got John Henson. Rose is out there with Kennard. Then there's Maker. And it's Griffin in at the small forward position.
Well, one area that has slowed the Pistons the last decade is their player development.
Yeah, GA, you look at their roster, very few homegrown players. The Pistons haven't had a lot of hits with their first-round picks. To be a top team, you need to have a front office that can build from within.
White looking around. On the wing, LaVine. That one goes. Count it. LaVine's got the first points up on the board here for Chicago.
The question for Zach LaVine coming in, will he get strong enough? There's your answer.
Rose goes in. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. And it's Detroit's ball. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And guys, if you don't control second chance opportunities, you don't control your fate. That has to be their key takeaway from that one.
They weren't aggressive on the glass. They weren't blocking out. That puts you behind the eight ball every single time.
An assertive offensive player. White knows he has the green light to rise and fire.
Rose passes to Kennard. In the corner, it's Maker. Stolen by Markkanen. And here comes White, leading the fast break, and the jam by LaVine.
You love the execution here. Well-timed pass. Zach LaVine showing off that 41-inch vertical.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Outside Rose. Clock at 6. Looking to end the run. Carter pulls it in.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Griffin against White. Stolen by Henson. Here's Kennard. Off target from outside. The Bulls have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Outside, White. In the corner, it's LaVine. Fires from deep. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Did you see the game plan is working already? 4 straight makes to start this one.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. Well, Smitty, as we know, there's talk of playing more regular season games overseas. Good idea, or is the season hard enough as it is?
I like the balance where it is right now, Kevin. A few games you get a chance to go overseas, during the season or preseason, but just add more travel, I don't know if it's a good idea.
And let's take a moment here to see some of the numbers for Rose. Averaging about 16 points, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. Yeah, he's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
It's good.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Frustrating beginning for them, but we have a long way to go. Now they just need to string together some buckets.
Here is Porter following the score by Derrick Rose.
And that was a heat check right there. First miss of the night, but still shooting 80% as a team.
And the dunk by Maker.
Great look by Blake Griffin. When your foreman has that ability to pass the basketball, it's a major advantage.
White against Rose. Markkanen from outside. And Henson pulls it down. Pistons trail by 6. Here's Kennard. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Over Levine. Offensive rebound. The shot's good from Henson.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now here's Markkanen. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Griffin's shot is off.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
And Maker sends it back.
Watching him protect the rim, you never guess Maker's averaging less than 1 block a game for his career.
And Rose wide open. He shoots. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Rose has got 5 points so far. And so White will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Tremendous poise on the offensive end. Overall, they did not settle for bad shots.
They were very patient, and that was the difference. It's hard to be patient, I know, but look at the outcome they had.
They get it again. Markkanen, and Henson sends it back.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Here's Rose, and the layup falls. Rose has got his 3rd basket of the night.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
And now here's a quick peek at the best rookie free throw shooters over the course of the past month. And you look at White, deadly on the stripes. Someone you do not want to foul.
He has been locked in at the line, taking complete advantage whenever he's got an opportunity to put points on the board.
Left side, Markkanen. Back to Levine to end the drought. Trying to get open is Carter. Markkanen dishes to Levine. The pass to Markkanen. Outside, Porter. Shot clock at 5. Rebound by the Pistons. Now here's Rose, the fast break opportunity. Pass to Kennard. Lets it go with the 3. That shot off the mark. And the Bulls going the other way now. Here's White. Count it. Good. White's got his 2nd basket of the night.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
with the ball. Boy, he just disappeared against Cleveland. They needed him. Well, you look at guys like Otto Porter, Greg. He just brings so much with his consistent outside jumper.
And guys, he's shot threes at a tremendous clip the last few seasons. I mean, really for his whole career. Sometimes can be a bit passive, so you just make sure he's involved and looking for his shot.
From the baseline. Not going to fall. Starting off slow, he misses his first three from the floor.
This is what happens when you do so much damage from distance. Porter able to slip inside for a gimme.
Pistons trail by 3. Here's Kennard. 8 points his last outing. Pass to Griffin. Over Porter. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement. And guys, one thing that has been interesting to see since Blake Griffin came to Detroit is how he's developed as a leader, has come into his own with how he takes responsibility for the team's play.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Christian Wood comes in for Thon Maker, and it's Brown in for Luke Kennard. And Griffin no good on that one. And with Griffin, you look at his time on the Clippers, and for most of his career, he was more of a second in command.
Coach Casey said last year early on that Griffin is the leader of this team, and Blake took it upon himself to step up to the challenge. Makes sense no matter how you look at it. He's their best player and needs to be one of the leaders.
Pistons trail by 3. Outside Rose. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Goes up with a stripe. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
Outside White. It's Young on the wing. The 3. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here.
And who doesn't love stats? Here are some numbers for White. 6th in steals, and he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble. Here's Felicio. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Dunn misses. And so Brown will bring it up for the Pistons. They trail by 1. A nice shot by Griffin.
This is what you want out of your offense. A high percentage look for Blake Griffin.
Brown against Dunn. Young outside. Back to Dunn. From outside the arc. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Brown. Goes back up. That shot by Griffin, no good.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Now here's Rose, following the miss by Chris Dunn. Here's Young. Nice D from Rose. And here are the Pistons. They're on a 17-6 run. Ball stolen. And he goes in for the dunk.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
And the Pistons with possession here after the Bulls pick up 2. Rebound by the Bulls. Markkanen's got his 6th rebound on the night. Dunn kicks to White. The tray. And no good. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Passes it to Henson. Brown feeling it out a bit. 6 to shoot. That's tipped. Young outside. And Young slams it home.
What I like is when Chris Dunn keeps his poise, keeps his eyes up, good things happen.
1:41 left here in the opening quarter. Rose passes to Wood. Down low. Here's Griffin. Good defensive work there by Young.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
White the pass to Felicio. Back to White. The kick out to Young. 6 on the shot clock. And the pass to Markkanen. Shoots over Brown. And there's the bucket from Markkanen. Markkanen's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
It looked like the defense just flat out froze out there. Clear breakdown in communication to allow that easy bucket.
Pistons trail by 5. And now White pushing it up and no one back to stop him. And White with the stuff.
And you can argue this is White at his best, just an absolute terror in transition.
There's 45 seconds left to play here in the first. Outside Rose. Up top Henson. His 2nd shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2. 34 seconds left to play in the first quarter. White against Rose. White dishes to Young. Dunn outside. And Henson sends it back.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story, inconsistent with his offense.
And here's White. Always going up for the alley-oop here.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
And no good that time. And that does it for the first quarter. Bulls lead by 7. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
And they took advantage of some careless ball handling, some careless passing. You have to be more careful around these guys.
We've got Wood. He's out there with Dumbo. Tony Snell is out there with John Henson. And it's Galloway in at the point. They're the group Detroit will start the second with.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Now Detroit moving it up. Here's Snell. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
No hesitation. He just takes off and takes it the distance.
Yeah, he's a one-man show in transition. Impressive play, taking it right to the rim.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, in Blake Griffin, the Pistons have their biggest star in years, probably going back to their championship team of 2004. A return to all-star form for Blake meant tremendous individual numbers last season. The Pistons hadn't won a playoff game in more than a decade. Still not the result they want in 2019. The Pistons will be trying to capitalize during Blake's prime. Kevin, we'll see where this franchise goes from here.
He sure will, David, but he's a terrific player. Thank you so much. Pistons trail by 3, and Coach Jim Boylan agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylan, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
Here's Satoransky after the made shot from Sekou Doumbouya. Dunn misses.
Can you believe it? He's missed every shot he's taken, yet this team still continues to hold the lead.
Pass to Doumbouya. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. The Bulls have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
A moment here to check out some of the stats for Dunn. He's averaging 8 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
He understands his role. He accepts it. He's one of those guys who doesn't need the ball to be effective.
And he knocks down the first one. So, Steve, the league has done a pretty good job of curbing player altercations. Some guys, always, though, it seems, are going to be ready to go toe-to-toe and will not back down.
Patrick Beverly, Kevin, Draymond Green,
right.
James Johnson.
Yeah.
Those guys come to mind. They are ready to go from the tip. They are ready to go.
He hits both from the stripe.
Looking at the Bulls roster, there is a lot to like. They have a great collection of talent, and their core players are all very young and improving.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Carter. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
You look at Levine. He's not too far away from a spot in the starting 5. A lot of votes have been coming his way.
And even if he doesn't get the fan votes he needs to become a starter, you have to believe he'll be a part of the Eastern Conference All-Star team.
And keep tuning in for updated results. You can visit NBA.com for more. And, Steve, for the Bulls fans, their hopes lie in their young core.
Totally agree. The Bulls should focus on developing that core. Have a good blend with Levine, Markkanen, and Carter. They just need to keep their eye on the prize.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
We talk about it time and time again. Turnovers are costly, especially when the game is close. Well, the Pistons, one of the more successful franchises in NBA history. 3 titles and many other trips to the NBA Finals. Only a handful of franchises can say that.
Now here's Levine. 26 points for him last game against Indiana.
And he showed again why he is such a sensational playmaker. Some of the plays he made were just remarkable.
Good work there as it goes.
Wendell did this against high-level college competition. Consistently showcased the ability to score with efficiency.
And it's Detroit's ball. They're on a 12-4 run. And Smitty, you were talking about the Pistons, a history of success, of championships. But the last 10 years have been difficult.
Pistons have struggled the last decade. You're so right, Kevin. But this team has a track record of not staying down for long. Detroit doing what they can to return to championship contention.
And with Thon Maker still a developing project, you forget, Smitty, how young he really is.
You're right, Kevin. Has a lot of time ahead of him. You can see the touch and the length he has. Hopefully, he can keep working and put it all together.
That free throw good from Maker. Bulls trail by 4. Satoransky looking around. In the corner, it's Levine. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by the Pistons.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Here's Snell. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Snell's got the lead up to 6 now for the Pistons.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Here's Levine. From down in the low post, it goes. Levine's got 9 points.
You see Levine's filled out his frame, shakes off contact, and completes the play.
Detroit's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Here's Kennard. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Pistons lead by 6.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Now here is Carter. Over Maker. Misses off the left iron. And it's Detroit's ball. They're on a 19-6 run. Snell kicks to Kennard. Six to shoot. Here's Maker. And a miss there on the triple. And so Satoransky will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. 6-point game. Bean passes to Carter. Over Maker. And Carter with the basket on the assist by Levine. Carter's got 4 points in the quarter.
Beautiful find by Levine there. Takes his time to survey the floor.
The Pistons have gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field. Galloway kicks to Kennard. Over Porter. Kennard's shot is off.
That was the best he could do. Just fade a little bit, try and get a clean look, but the defense was right on him.
Kick out to Levine. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Sekou Doumbouya.
Attacking with purpose. Levine takes the contact, finishes strong, now goes to the line for one more.
You see Zach LaVine in the Bulls uniform, and it's hard not to think of the trade that sent him here. It was a big part of the deal that sent Jimmy Butler out of Chicago.
One shot.
And with Levine and the Butler trade, there were a lot of critics at the time. But you know what, Greg? It's worked out for the Bulls.
And Kevin, the Bulls took a chance with Levine, and he's developed into a bright young star. Took another risk giving him a big contract after the injury, but he's come back better and stronger since then.
The Pistons trailing. Here's Kennard. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Snell kicks to Galloway. 5 to shoot. Three-pointer. Hits it from three-point range. Galloway has got 6.
Very solid shot by Langston Galloway, doing it at the pro level.
Pass to Levine. Passes to Porter. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Levine can't hit.
Still trying to find the range. He hit one in the first quarter. Nothing since.
Here's Galloway, and he knocks down the jumper. And it's a 4-point Piston lead.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here. Outside, Levine.
Now here's Valentine. Defense right on him. Outside Levine. A three-pointer off the mark.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Here's Satoransky. No points in the game yet for him. To the paint, stolen by Jumboya. Now Detroit moving it up. And that one good. Snell's got the lead up to 8 now for Detroit.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
This is what Zach LaVine is built to do. He can get you points in bunches, and sometimes he can go all night.
Detroit's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Here's Galloway. He's got 8. Inside, Doumbouya. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Galloway has got 5 assists tonight. Bulls trail by 8. Now Satoransky. Feeds to Porter. Out to the right wing. The 3 from Valentine. And Galloway pulls it down. And it's Detroit's ball. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. And the jam by Doumbouya.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
Now, here's Satoransky. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Bean passes to Valentine. Right side, Porter. Rocket 6. Stolen by Doumbouya. And it's Otto Porter with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And a different look here for the Pistons. Wood, he's checked in for Maker. Griffin comes in for Doumbouya. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Langston Galloway. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Markkanen, he's checked in for Carter. Young comes in for Porter. Chris Dunn's checked in for Valentine. And it's White in for Satoransky. Here's Snell. Back to Griffin. Shot clock at 6. From deep, Rose. It's hauled in by Dunn.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Here's Rose. 9 points in the game so far. The pass to Griffin. The dish to Snell. Pass to Wood. To the right side. And here's Rose outside. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And that's 12 points for Rose.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Dunn kicks to Levine. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Young. Back to Markkanen. Off target at the rim.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Henson checked in for Detroit. And the Bulls making a change also. Alicios checked in. Now here's Griffin. 20 points for him last game against Cleveland.
He was really aggressive on the glass, too. He really racked up on the boards out there.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
I mean, on the attack, Markkanen is a fluid athlete with great coordination for his size.
And the Pistons with possession here. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Passes it to Brown. There's 47 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Pulls up on the wing. Griffin can't get it to go in. Bulls trail by 9. Dunn attacking. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Now, so many people were worried about Chris Dunn's offense after his rookie year, but you know what, Greg? He's turned it around.
And gone from struggling to hit 40% of his shots to shooting better from the floor. Still a strong defender, and he's forget that his offense was ever a question mark.
Take a break. Take a break. Reset.
First one falls for him.
Well, the brand new Little Caesars Arena here in Detroit. How are you feeling this, Smitty?
GA, it's a great state-of-the-art facility. Glad the new location is in downtown Detroit. Hopefully, an iconic venue for an iconic team.
Now here's Rose. He's got 12. Wood kicks to Rose. Back to Wood. There's the pass to Rose. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got 8 rebounds in this game. Right wing. Here's White. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Detroit Pistons bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge standing by courtside. David.
Thanks. Dwayne, you're ahead. How do you keep this up for the rest of the game?
Well, maintain the disposition. I think we got to have a tough mental disposition against this team because they're going to keep playing. They know how to play the physical game. We did a good job in that half. We've got to maintain that.
Chase, thanks for your time. Back to you.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Okay.
It was a rough ride in the first quarter for Detroit. The deficit for them just seemed to grow and grow, eventually reaching the 10-point mark at one stage of the period. The second quarter was a huge turnaround as they came on strong, turning the tables and outscoring them by a wide margin, and now enjoy the 7-point lead. Taking a look at the Pistons, Shaq, what did you think?
I don't think anyone expected to see such numbers from the bench. You know, I'm impressed. It was what they needed, the jolt they needed, Ernie. Wow, I never knew their bench. Matter of fact, I don't even know any of their players coming off the bench. Man, keep going, bench guys.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Bulls.
Well, I think their problem is rebounding, Ernie. You know, when you're trying to come back in a game, every possession counts because each possession can turn into points, and you need to cut that deficit quickly.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Pistons leading by 7. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for Chicago right now, White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Carter in at the 5. Home in the paint. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was the 2018 Coach of the Year, but as we all know, he was fired after that same season by the Raptors. Case has found a home in Detroit. Casey said, "I have no regrets." Winston Churchill said, "Success consists of going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm." And that's what I've done. So, Kevin, Dwayne Casey is still pounding the rock.
He sure is, and I like that Churchill quote as well. Thanks, David. And, well, Detroit shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. Rose passes to Henson. Here's Kennard, defended by Carter. Here's Maker. No good from outside. Bulls trail by 9. Down low. And finished off by Porter.
Despite the shot-first mentality, Levine understands he also needs to facilitate for this offense to run well.
And it's Rose with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. They've led by as many as 11 points. Outside Griffin. Knocked loose. Porter with the steal. In transition, here come the Bulls. White's running. Porter, no luck. Pistons leading by 7. To the inside, Henson. Yes, that goes in. Henson's got 8.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
Right there, the burst of Zach Levine. Once he gets a step on you, it's hard to catch up.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Now here's Rose. He's got 14. Outside for Griffin. Three-pointer. Carter pulls it in. Bulls trail by 7. And Levine here. Oh, wow!
An explosive, high-level athlete. You see why Zach has won multiple dunk contests.
The Pistons have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Rose finds Henson. Outside Griffin. In the corner, it's Maker. From downtown, Porter pulls it in. Porter's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Carter. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And Porter, here we go. The shot will not fall. And it's Detroit the other way. Here's Rose. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Rose has got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know Derrick Rose is back when you see him pulling up for jump shots like that.
Pass to Carter. Over Henson. Detroit with the rebound.
Decent look from mid-range, but there may have been a better option for them in that set.
Here's Griffin. Rebound by the Bulls. Markkanen's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Levine, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Smitty, with all that he's been through, you can't question Zach Levine's love of the game.
You're so right. It's crazy to think Levine wasn't even a starter in college, but he's worked so hard to improve. The way he has fought back from injuries and continually dedicated himself to the game, something to admire.
Throw good, Levine. Smitty, when things get heated between 2 players, we often see a double technical call. But should the instigator be penalized more if it can be determined who was the instigator?
I agree, Kevin. I just don't like sometimes when 2 guys get into it and you just automatically call a double technical. Because of strategy-wise, if I was playing Kevin and their best player had a technical already, I would get into it just so I can call a double technical and hopefully he'll be gone.
Now, wait a minute. Did you really? Honestly?
No, we did. I mean, I think that back in the day you saw like Patrick Ewing, for instance. He had a tech. We would just send somebody out there just to see a couple plays. If we can get him thrown out. Especially now, if you just call a double technical the way they do, a lot of star players would have been gone.
And taking a look here at the numbers for Levine, he's really stood out for them over the past month, putting up about 24 points per, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he is such a huge part of what this team does on offense.
Yes, night in and night out, he's their go-to option. He accepts that responsibility and thrives at it.
Now here's Rose. 16 points for him. Maker with the ball. Markkanen on him. 4 on the shot clock. Stolen by Levine. And here comes White, leading the fast break. Yes, and the foul. That one on Rose.
Beautiful find by Carter. Sees the floor really well for a young big.
Bulls have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Doumbouya is checked in for John Henson, and Langston Galloway subbed in for Derrick Rose.
Athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
There's Galloway. He's got 8 and stolen by White. To the wing on the left. Markkanen passes to Carter. And then Carter with the jam.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
We talk about it time and time again. Turnovers are costly, especially when the game is close.
Right side, Griffin. Back to Galloway. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Griffin's got his 4th assist in this one.
Langston Galloway maneuvering himself around the painted area.
Now here's Levine. He's got 20 to the wing right side. White finds Markkanen. Shoots over Doumbouya. And the Bulls tack on 2 more. Detroit's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's Kennard. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And we have some time now to show you which rookies have the greatest impact offensively over the course of the last month. And you look at White, top 5 scorer in the league. What a player he is.
And those numbers have started to set him apart offensively from most of the other rookies in the league.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Doumbouya. Tony Snell's checked in for Detroit. Valentine's checked in for the Bulls. Satoransky comes in for White. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Unfortunate that he missed one, but he still hit a crucial point there to help get his team the lead.
Outside, Levine. Pass to Satoransky. For the lead. Here's Markkanen. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And it's Galloway with the ball. He'll bring it up for Detroit. They've led by as many as 11 points. Passes it to Griffin. Looking to get back on track here. No good off the back of the rim.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Here's Levine.
And they are amped up right now. I mean, after trailing for so long and then trimming that margin, finally they take the lead.
You know, Smitty, you watch Markkanen. He's just built for the modern NBA.
Yes, he's an incredible weapon on the pick and pop with his shooting touch. You could see that being his go-to move, Kevin, for a long time.
Detroit making a switch. Woods checked in. Young's checked in for the Bulls. Free throw good, Levine. Smitty, we're seeing preseason and even regular season games take place overseas on foreign soil. Would you have enjoyed that when you were playing?
Yeah, for sure, Kevin. I know the travel is an added challenge, and at the same time, you appreciate where the game takes you. It is definitely growing globally, going places you might otherwise never experience, especially in a basketball setting.
Now, here's Satoransky, following the miss by Griffin. Here's Carter. They grab their own miss. Shot clock at 2, and here's Valentine for 3. Nice D from Griffin. The Pistons trail it. Now Detroit moving it up. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. And it's 6 points for Blake Griffin.
Blake got out and ran in transition, made it look so easy.
Satoransky with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. On the wing, Levine, and there's the foul. It's on Tony Snell. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Detroit making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Chicago also making some changes. Felicio comes in for Wendell Carter. And it's done in for Levine. To the middle. Here's Young, and it's in off the backboard. Young's got 6.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
And the Pistons with possession here. Trailing by 2. Stolen by Satoransky. And there's the pass to Valentine. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. The first free throw is good. One falls, so he hits both of them. Pistons trail by 4. Here's Snell, 11 points in the game. From deep. And it's Chicago with the rebound. And here is Valentine. Shoots over Brown. The second effort, that's tipped, and they're able to recover. Detroit's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Right side, Griffin. And there it is for him. Griffin's got 8 points.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Now Satoransky. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Felicio, the pass to Young. Cans the 12-footer. And the Bulls lead by 6.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Here's Snell. Pass to Griffin. Over Valentine. That shot by Griffin, no good.
What I like, he hasn't stopped competing despite the off night.
Dunn misses. And, well, Detroit shooting here about 46% for the game. Wood can't hit. The Bulls leading by 6. Young dishes to Dunn. Back to Young. On the left block, uses the glass to drop it in. 10 points for him.
Ever since halftime, he's had his eyes on the basket and just crushing it right now.
The Pistons shooting 35% or so in the third quarter. Whatever they're trying is not working. Outside for Griffin. This one for three. Buries the long-range jumper.
After a lackluster first half, he's taken charge offensively. We'll see how the defense responds.
Now here's Satoransky. The feed to Valentine. Griffin with the steal. Here's Snell. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Dunn. Pass to Felicio. Dunn trying to break free. Felicio, no good.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
The Bulls leading by 5. And it's Dunn penetrating. It's good.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And stolen by Dunn. And the layup's good off the glass. Dunn's got 4 points this quarter.
Great steal to get them in transition. Chris Dunn with the anticipation, so disruptive on the defensive end.
Detroit's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Here's Snell. Dunn covering. Here's Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
6'10", 250 pounds, solid athlete. Griffin using all of it right there.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And for Blake Griffin, always a great outside shooter for the power forward position, Greg, but he's added range the last few seasons.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Griffin go from a guy who might take 1-3 a game to someone putting up about 6 a night. The results have been there for him as he shoots a respectable rate from beyond.
John Henson's checked in for Detroit. Rose comes in for Tony Snell. Chicago also making some changes. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Felicio. Porter comes in for Valentine. And it's White in for Satoransky. Here's Griffin. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Nice pass by Derrick Rose, spotting a wide open guy from the corner of his eye.
Rose against White. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Markkanen can't get it to go. And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That's foul number 2 for him. Pistons trail by 5. Here's Rose.
Just doesn't seem to have the same energy level after his terrific first half.
Dunn shot's good.
Especially dangerous off the bounce. Chris Dunn can shift gears in an instant.
There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Rose passes to Griffin. 19 seconds left to play here in the third. That one, no good.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
Porter, no luck. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. It's the Bulls. They lead by 7. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. Now let's take a listen on head coach Dwayne Casey.
We got to get back and play with this insurgent. Pass goes, we got to move with the pass. It doesn't matter, you got to scramble.
Well, stressing defense that last time out, Greg, a wise approach.
Yeah, I mean, when it's this tight, defense can push you over the top.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. John Henson out there with Wood. Then it's Rose. Then there's Brown. And it's Kennard in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Detroit right now. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Detroit Pistons. On Monday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward. and the Boston Celtics.
And looking at the Wizards matchup, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
And the Pistons with possession here, following the miss by Chris Dunn. Wood. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Chicago leading by 4. Dunn with it, and it's White, top of the key. He feeds it to Markkanen. Here's Dunn, second chance shot, kicks it out to Markkanen. That one a little long.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
Wood passes to Rose. Henson dishes to Rose. The kick out to Brown. Clock is at 3. Puts up a 3. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Not in rhythm. He had the 2 triples in the first half, none so far in the second. Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Starter in this league for almost a decade. Thaddeus Young's numbers, Greg, won't blow you away. So what is it that makes him a winning player?
I think it starts with his defense, Kevin. Drawing charges and getting deflections. His quickness puts him in a position to make those effort plays.
Thon Maker's checked in for Christian Wood. So it's the Pistons now. Rose surveying the D. We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th. Takes a shot at the elbow. Offensive rebound. And John Henson with the slam. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter now. Passes it to Maker. Here's Kennard. No one near him. The shot that time not on target.
It can be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
Oh, and the dunk by Young.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Rose against White. Looking to end his cold spell. Bean with the rebound.
And the truth is, I've been there. He's trying to find the rhythm on his shot. He feels like he's close, and that's why he keeps shooting.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Well, the former Georgetown Hoya, Otto Porter, was on the move last season. Traded at the deadline to Chicago, who are in need of a player like Porter who can shoot from outside.
Chicago making a switch here. Carter's checked in. Free throw good. Porter. Smitty, as you mentioned, the need for shooters was something that brought Porter here.
And Porter has been a consistently good shooter, something he's worked on over his career, Kevin. He's young and appears to be a perfect fit for what this team wants to do in the future.
And finished off by Porter.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Pistons trail by 14. Here's Kennard. To the paint. Here's Henson. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Well, he's done his part. No doubt about it. Still yet to miss in the game.
Rose against White. Inside. And then Levine with the jam.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
Here's Rose after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. The kick out to Brown. Three-pointer on the way. That shot no good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Down low, Levine, and Levine throws it down.
So smooth in the air. It's like Zach LaVine floats up, then drops the hammer.
And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Detroit Pistons. It's a 16-point game. It's Brown on the wing. Back to Rose. Back to Brown. 3 on the clock. No good with the triple. And here are the Bulls now. They're on a 16-4 run. Here's Levine. Makes it off the glass. Levine's got 15 points here in the second half.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Pistons trail by 18. And stolen by White. Rebound, Detroit. Henson's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Brown. Detroit's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Rose kicks to Griffin. White against Rose. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Smitty, the NBA now permitting teams to sell international sponsorships. I mean, the league just continues to grow globally.
They have done a fantastic job. Teams can now enhance their visibility with this deal, and their internet makes this all possible when you get a chance to watch these teams all over the world.
Yeah, that's a good point. Free throw drops for Rose.
Explosiveness by Derrick Rose is one of the reasons why a lot of guys do not want to guard him.
He's off on the second. Here's Chicago. They're on an 18-5 run. And Levine, here we go. He dishes it to Carter, shoots over Henson, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Here's Kennard. White covering. Kennard, the pass to Griffin. All sorts of time. That one goes in.
You know, as ice cold as he was in the first half, that's how hot he has been since the break. No one can match up with him right now.
White dishes to Levine. He kicks to Young. On the wing, Porter. And again, no good by Chicago. Pistons trail by 15. Here's Griffin. 2 points. That one goes. Griffin's got 19 points.
When Blake gets on a roll, you have to watch out. This is a man who has found some rhythm, and he is not letting up.
Now the pass to White. Pass to Porter from past the arc, and the 3 ball is good. And the Bulls lead by 16. The Pistons have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Rose against White. Rose kicks to Kennard. And here is Maker. Just 5 on the clock. Griffin inside, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Griffin's got 17 points here in the second half. The Bulls leading by 14. Feeds it to Carter. Gets a very good look and converts.
The versatility of Wendell. He can shoot off 1 to 2 dribbles as well as off the catch.
Carter against Henson. And it's Chicago with the rebound. It's stolen by Maker. Looking to get it going. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Derrick Rose putting pressure on the defense, always looking to draw contact.
2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Markkanen, he's checked in for Young. And Rose drops them both. And so White will bring it up for Chicago. They lead by 14. In the corner, it's Levine. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
The Pistons have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Here's Rose, and he drops it in from the low post. Rose has got 21.
That play was made by Derrick Rose because of his ability to play pick and roll basketball.
Rose with the double team. Stolen by Henson. Now here's Rose, the fast break opportunity. Pass to Kennard. Kicks it to Griffin. And it's sent back by Carter.
That time, Carter's length and vertical paying dividends. He has tremendous potential as a rim protector.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Rose against White. Right side, Griffin. Pass to Maker. 16 feet away. Kennard's shot is off.
This is how it's been so far. He's missed every shot he's taken, and the team is suffering the consequences.
Count that one. And the Bulls lead by 19.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
For Detroit, they've gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question, toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Zach LaVine.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
I don't think anyone in this building saw this coming. I'm sure that of the players who these fans thought would beat them, his name was not at the top of the list. On defense, the Bulls. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. Outside Rose. There's the three. It's good from long range. Rose has got 8 here in the quarter.
Sometimes Derrick Rose is usually hit or miss, but when he's on, look out.
The pass to Markkanen. Shoots a fader. Detroit with the rebound. Woods got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Kennard. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Griffin's got 5 assists tonight.
This is what separates Blake from most power forwards. Terrific playmaking ability.
Now here's White. In the corner, it's Levine. Doubled by Henson. Markkanen, good. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 12 rebounds. So it's the Pistons now. Here's Kennard. Pass to Henson. He kicks it to Rhodes. And it's sent back by Carter.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Chicago.
This has got to feel good. I mean, they never counted themselves out when they were down earlier, and they not only muscled their way back into the game, but wow, they're in a position, shockingly, to win this one easily.
And all about the will to win. You have to admire the perseverance, never doubting one another, having that trust in your coaches. And I really like what we've seen here tonight. Boy, did they earn it.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And this victory will draw them even in the season series as it comes to a close.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Zach LaVine.
Shouldering the load for them all night offensively. He came in focused, ready to go, and he delivered.
Now here's Porter. Outside White. Shot clock at 5. LaVine finds Porter. That's good, and it's LaVine with the assist. And the Bulls lead by 17.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
And here's Rose following Otto Porter's 3.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
Carter left side. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that'll do it, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long and good night, everyone.